Hi, so today we are going to talk about the drone that we are about to ship out to the Philippines to the DC Cruise Company. So this is what is inside each drone. So one drone is it will be do the flat pack. So this is the top half of the drone, and this pack will be the another like a carbon fiber part, the leg, the skid, and a spray boom. It is already like a pre-assembly, and there will be also another box which have a tank inside. This is a 10-liter tank. This is the foam for the propeller, battery holder, and one pack of those nuts and screw. Under the tank will be there are this TV screen, the FPV screen, little pilot FPV screen, right? And another, this one is remote control with all the cable inside. This box is spare part. This is a battery checker, tools, and glue. And this is like a propeller, a spare propeller. I think we have four for each drone, right? 2 CW and 2 CCW, right? Because this one is not assembly. The propeller is not assembly to the motor yet. We will do that later. And also with the drone is already installed the pump, right? So we are going to send 5 drones to you. So this is one drone. This is one drone. Another one is here. Right, this is another one. And for this box, it will be 3 drones inside, right? And this one also, each of those 3 drones we have one of these big plastic bag. Also all the accessory stuff will be inside this box too. This here is ready to put inside, and some spare parts to order too, right? So this is all, and we are going to teach you how to assembly the drone into this one. So we will do it step by step. Okay, so this is the drone in the configuration that you are going to get. So everything is like a flat pack, and if I unpack everything from the box, you will get all of these parts, propeller, and these carbon fiber parts, also with these screw and nuts. These are the tools that we expect you to have, and we are going to use today. Tank with its lid and strainer, the battery holder. Okay, so we are going to start with this. We assembly the motor and its arm back to its body, right? So next it should be something like this, and you put this into its correct position. We will start with this side. So what we need is number 2.5, hex L key. Loosen this screw. Off like this. This is I will take this off for you. This is like a pin for like a pivot point. You can slide this part in. And slide in this pin. see if it is aligned. It is a little bit hard to work. Don't forget to put in Loctite glue, the blue one, the blue glue. Put in just a tip like this. Screw it in. So on the back, on the back is like this. You can use your finger to press it down to prevent it from rotating along with the screw when you're inserting a screw. But if you have like this one, the plier, you can just hold it like this and then screw it in. And it is already in. Next I will use this screwdriver. I think you have this one. So for this part we are going to use number 5, right? So it's not too tight. With the head with number 2.5. Use the speed number 1 and press it in. Okay, it's done now for one arm. We continue doing this for another 3. Take out this pin. This one, it doesn't matter that you put it like this side or this side. It can be any side. Don't forget to put in the glue. A little bit hard to work like this. If you have a smaller table, it is more suitable. So now we have a drone, like upper half of the drone with 4 arm with motor attached. Next we are going to flip the drone in order to put in the drone's leg. Just simply flip it. Like this. And unlock the arm so it's not pressing to the floor more. Lift it a little bit. So the weight is now on this cover. The cover can take some weight, so it's not the problem. And next we are going to put in the leg. We start with the rear leg. which is this one, right? Put it in like this. And here. The difference between the rear leg and front leg is this part. This is the 3D printed part that is used to lock the spray boom, which is we will connect to the front leg of the drone. Okay, so this is the rear leg of the drone. So we put it in and notice that this part is pointing inside the drone, because this will be the part where you mount the tank with, right? This is the right leg, this is the left leg, and it should be rotate this one point inside the drone also, right? And next we are going to do 3 screw per leg, which is this one and these 2, right? For this part we are going to use 30 centimeters long M3 screw, right? With, of course, with this lock nut. Look like that. Put it in like this and use this wrench. For the back, this is 5.5 millimeters wrench. And when we use the lock nut, we don't have to use Loctite glue, because at the lock nut is already have locking mechanism. We use the electric screwdriver, but now we are changed to number 8. Okay. And another tool, you can use M3 by 12 millimeters screw. But this part we don't. For this part we don't have the lock nut, so we have to use the Loctite glue. This you can just put the glue in this. This is like a water bottle lid. It can be cleaned up later. Okay, done. M3 by 30 with the lock nut. No glue. And this is on M3 by 12, but it is on another side. Oh, I forget to put in some glue. Okay, now we finish this side, and next we are going to put in the front leg of the drone, which identified by this 3D printed part. We go about almost the same, like that. And this one go like this here. Okay, start with the left leg first, but the procedure is the same. So we use the same 30 centimeters M3 screw with lock nut. And the same M3 by 12. It's going to walk to this side, so this is easier to work. Don't forget to put in some glue like this. for this one, go back to this side, this one, and 3x30 with lock nut. Done for the leg, like this. Okay, next we are going to put in the tank. And, so remember that this lid is point that direction to the back side of the drone. So you notice that the back of the drone is where you have this antenna out, and this is the front with the camera. So you put this, you put this one here, and you put this big screw in. I think it is M5 by 30 centimeters. You put through this way. There will be in total of 4. And don't forget to put in the Loctite glue. Like this is enough. You need to use 5 millimeters hex bit. I don't have the hex bit for my screwdriver, so I have to use my hand manually. But if you have the hex bit for your electric screwdriver, just use like a force number 5 is enough. Because we don't want to damage this plastic tank. Right? If you use too much force, it might leak. If the hole is not aligned, you may have to move this leg a little bit, like inside or outside, to adjust the position of the hole. Because this tank is like a plastic molded tank, the accuracy sometimes is not very good. Put in all 4. You see more like this, I think. Like this, the hole is not aligned, so just move this leg a little bit. So we got the tank in. Okay, so now we since we have the tank in place, next we are going to put in the front camera. Right, so just put it here, and it will be fit with this M4x8. Right. I change the width to for M4. And the force, I think, use 6. And we don't need to use a screw, the glue. Put it in like this. Another one. Done. And the one you are going to get for the Dragon drone is you get the laser that is already installed on the arm. Right? This one is the rather older model, so this is the where where we put the laser in like that. But we are you are not going to do this. We are not going to do this today. And next, we are going to put in this pump. Yours will be yellow jacket one, but this it is the same. We put it in like this. You may wonder, like, how do you know, like, which way the pump is aligned? This one or this one, right? So you can have a look at the on the jacket of the pump. Over here, if we have the arrow indicate that this is the outlet of the pump, and so this means this one is the inlet. Right? So the inlet connect to this hose. So for this one, we put it in like that. And this is the tank sensor. Tank sensor holder. Wait a minute. Let's take this out first. Screw down this one first. Use force number 6. Okay, after we put in this tank sensor, right? This one is not bolted yet, so we put this pump on top of this one. And since it is like a double layer, but this is a M4 by 8 because it is a higher. It has to be higher than other screw. And let's put it in. This one use force number 6, and then another one. It will look like this. It is M4 by 6. Right? This is M4 by 6, and the head is a little bit smaller, so I have to change this bit. Put all 3 of them. Okay, and this is done. Okay, next we are going to put in this, I call it like a middle section of the drone. So we have two of these parts, right? So one for each leg, and we are only put this in the front leg of the drone, which is this one. Okay, so we put in this one first, this part where we have this. Where we have this thing go outside of the drone. Like this. It is like this. Tighten it a little bit so it's whole position. Wrench. So it stay there for now. Upside down, so I confuse a little. Okay, so it's a whole position, and then we put in the middle section. This one. Slide it in. This is the better view, I think. So we adjust this part until this part of the tube is aligned with the aluminum part, and then we just tighten it. This one don't have to be totally tight. Further, we still have to adjust the position a little bit. To put this middle section in, first you slide this thing to the top to the top of the leg like that. Move down a little. As you move down, this one will start. So you can slide this tube into both ends. Now that this part is in, roughly, you have to adjust this position of this tube a little bit. So just so that this one is aligned with this aluminum part. Right, so this one too. This one is the tube should go into this aluminum part, right? But it does not reach yet. So what you can do is you slide this thing down. Keep move it down a little bit until this one align. Is not enough. Move down both sides. This one is overdoing it a little bit, so you adjust it until it is like aligned on both sides. Adjust this thing. So this one is aligned, and see this one should be somewhat aligned and horizontal. If it is okay, then we just lock it in. This part we use force number 8. This one is done. Another one. So now we have a complete leg. For if you are use upgraded version with a middle section sprayer, so you just put this thing in like that. Screw this thing out and then put it in just roughly in the middle. Okay, now that you get the middle section put in, next we're going to put in this section, this skid. We have two parts, this one and this one. You have to notice that there is a big hole here, and this on this side is a small one. You have to put this big one on the outside of the drone, like that. And for this one, you have to use a screw with glue on it, because it's like that. It have a thread on the bottom side. You put it in like that. It's force number 8. You have to make sure that there is this small big hole, because this screw head have to be outside of the drone, so it is easier to maintain. On the top hole, this hole, you will need to use the lock nut also. Don't need for glue. Save for this one. Put some glue in. The bottom one. Done for one side, let's go for another side. Okay, so now we have the whole bottom part of the drone. Okay, now it looks like this. So we have the whole bottom part and top part of the drone still upside down. Right. Okay, now we are going to install the battery holder. We start on the right side. Right side of the drone. I just flip up the drone. So we are going to use these two screws notice that it will have this ring, this small ring. Just go on the top. So we use lock nut. It's a little bit difficult angle. At this point I use force number 3. It's enough, right? Because we don't want to squeeze carbon fiber too hard. This one, remember to put in this ring. If it is a bit hard to put this screw in, maybe you can widen this this leg. You can widen the leg a little bit so it is easier to install. Just loosen this. Can widen it a little bit, so this one is more free. Remember to adjust to force number 3. You don't want to damage this part, this carbon fiber part. Then for the bottom one is the normal one, right? With lock nut. Force number 3. Next to we change to next another side. Like that. So we finish install the back holder for both sides. Next we are going to do spray boom. Okay, for spray boom it is straightforward. So we put this side in. Okay. And then screw it in. We have to screw in from this side. From this side in. So for the bottom one we use glue. This part we use force number 8. For the top one it will be the one with lock nut. Just have to force it in a little bit. You can loosen this up, yeah. This is easier. in place. Okay, next we are going to install the propeller. You have to, it is very important to put propeller into correct motor, otherwise it will flip before takeoff, right? So one way to see if this propeller is clockwise or counterclockwise is to check here. It is a bit dark, I think you can see here, this one is CCW. It is written here, around here. And then on the motor there are also several ways to look if this one is CCW, like counterclockwise or clockwise, right? First, the obvious one is this one. This one say CCW, right? And also another way is to see the arrow, so it's rotate this way, so this must be counterclockwise direction. For this one is written the same place here, but this one is CW, right? And also this arrow go another direction, so it rotate like this, so it's become clockwise. So we have to use the correct propeller for each motor. This one is counterclockwise, the front right arm, right? So this one is counterclockwise, so I will put it in like this. But you have to be careful, right? Because you can install it like this, it is perfectly fine, it will work, or this one is fine too. But if you install it like this, you cannot see the arrow underneath, right? So this one is not recommended. But if you mistakenly put it like this, it won't harm your drone, but it's just really not recommended, because I would like to see the arrow underneath, right? So it's like that. Also for the clockwise, right? Install without obstruct the arrow sign, like that, like this, and not like that. Okay, right. So next we install the motor. It is very straightforward. To install the propeller, we use this M3 by 12 millimeters, right? And don't forget to put in this glue, also very important, right? So put it in like this for all four of the motor, and use force number 8 is enough. Oops. I only have one hand, so but if you should have another hand to hold this propeller, otherwise we just like what you see, it will spin into my arm like that. Something like this is enough. See, I did not obstruct the arrow. I can still see the arrow. Yeah, this is basically goes for all the other propeller. This is the clockwise motor. Look for the arrow. One hand to hold the motor like that. This is the rear left motor, so it is counterclockwise motor. Counterclockwise, like that. Remember to use the torque number 8. Last one, rear right, clockwise propeller. done. Then don't forget to put in all these foam before you fold down the arm. Don't have to push. You have to push it all the way down. Just like this is more than enough. Yeah. And for the spray tube, you just push it in. It is a one-touch connector, so you just push it in like that. Like that. If you have the middle spray head, it will be just like another three-way junction. Then you just put it in straightforward. But for this kind of connector, when you pull out the hose, right, you just pull back this blue part, pull it back like that, and then pull this way like that. Don't just force it out like this. It will damage this connector. Right? Just pull it back, and it will come out easily like that. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any question, then just contact me. All right.